Hi everybody. If you're catching this part of the video, you are catching the replay, hashtag replay. Let me move my camera down a little bit. Actually, let's do this. Nope, that's the wrong way. There we go. Hi, who's here? I see somebody is here. Say hello when you pop in. I hope I can see comments. What's up, guys? Happy Saturday. Oh, all right. I'm not seeing comments. Hold on. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Michelle. Okay. Hi, Tina. Hi, Ann. How are you? Hi, Renee. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, thank you. What is that? I see something. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's that. Oh my God. I can't take myself. Okay. I'm not seeing comments. I'm sure of it. It's going to be one of those days again, huh? Okay. So let's get started because I know that there are some people that are going to go live and I don't want to interrupt anybody's time. I think, Tina, you're up next, right? With Jan's birthday? Okay, so how I print on a napkin and or tissue, I will show you. If you've ever printed on tissue paper, it's the same exact way. If you haven't, I'm going to show you now. I am no expert at this. It took a lot of trial and error to see what would work with my printer. Your printer might be different. I have just a regular HP. It's old. It's got to be 7 years old or more. So you have a napkin. This is not the best example, but it's the only one I have because I used all the other ones that only had designs like down here. Because you'll see, so I'm going to take a piece of tape. I'm going to put the tape on the corner, okay? And I'm going to pull away the ply, sort of. And it takes a minute. You just got to, you see? It comes like that. Be very gentle. And pull away the ply. So for most napkins like this are 3-ply. So you can get maybe 2 of these. But because it's printed on here, sometimes the ink will run through to the white piece. And then you can use it, you just have to cut away. So this one is white. There's no ink that bled through. So this one is a good one. Let's see if the second one is good as well. So I'm just peeling it away. Oh, let's see if the ink, no, this, oh yeah, it does. I'll show, now you'll be able to see. So I'm just peeling it away. You don't want to go too fast because you don't want to rip it, because if you rip it, you can't use it. Guys, I'm not seeing comments. The last comment I see was Tina. I'm going to refresh in a second. So this one I cannot use. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Can you see that some of the ink bled through from the napkin itself right there? Yeah, you can see it. So I can't use this part. So I only got 1 ply from this. And then this I'll keep to use to decoupage. But I'll just fold that up. And then this can go back in my drawer. Okay? And then this one I cannot use because it's got ink on it. Let me swipe. Okay. Hi, Marie. Okay, so we have this, okay? I already have one here. What you're going to do, and I've done it, this one actually has a little bit of ink on it, but I'm gonna use this center because the design on this napkin was only at the bottom, so I can use the center of this napkin. And what you wanna do, which I'm not gonna show you because I can't right now, is you're gonna take it and you're just gonna run the iron over it to get these, the creases out. They're not gonna come out all the way, but they'll come out enough, okay? So you're just gonna run your iron over it, low setting, take the creases out. I'm gonna save this one for another time. And then this is what it looks like. This one has been ironed. See, you can still see the crease, but it's not as prominent. Let's see. Okay, so that's what we have. Okay, let me move this one to the side. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm not seeing comments. So I'm gonna try to keep going back and forth. A regular piece of copy paper, like the one you put in your printer. And I am going to cut, I'm gonna cut this part, can you see? I'm gonna cut this part of my napkin and this part of my napkin because I can see the ink from the design that was on there. You have to just go slow because this will rip. I'm gonna throw that out. I'm gonna do the other side, just like so. Just like that. Now I'm going to take my copy paper and I'm going to lay the napkin on the copy paper. Oh, I got to cut a little bit more off the side. Now, some people wrap it all the way around. I just wrap it top and bottom. I do not like to wrap the sides. So I need to make myself a little more room for me to tape the side. This is just the way I like to do it. I have seen people do it and they wrap all the sides around their paper. It just doesn't work on my printer. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna just take a regular piece of Scotch tape and I'm gonna put it here on the napkin, on the paper, and then fold it to the back. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Now mind you, Murphy's Law, I have done this at least 20 times in the past 2 days and my printer has been fine every time. Well, let's see what happens today. I'm going to fold, nope, I got to cut this off a little bit. You don't want it to be any bigger than your paper because it will jam your printer. I'm going to fold this over the back, just like this. I'm going to tape it, one here and one here. I'm going to go to my front and make sure that it's as flat as I can get it. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the same here and tape it down. Okay, now I'm going to go to my printer and I'm going to put it in. I'm going to print one. I'm going to tell you this. A couple of you have asked me if you can buy these from me. And the reason I say no is, for some of them, not for all, but for some of them, is because I do not have the commercial license. I purchased these because I have a subscription to like Creative Fabrica, which is where you can buy design. You can buy art, all different kinds of art. I buy art for my cutting machine, all different kinds of art. I don't have the commercial license, so I can buy it and make it for myself. But unless I buy the commercial license to use it, I cannot sell it. I do have a few designs that I think I might sell. that I have the license for, and it's fine. So just know that. Like I mean, if you want to make these and sell them in your Etsy shop, you have to have the commercial license for the artwork, period. Because if you get caught, it's not going to be good. It's just like, listen, we make art, right? We make things to sell. Somebody made this artwork and they deserve to be paid for it. So they sell it for one price for my personal use, but to get what's it called? A commercial license to sell it, it costs more money, which is fine. If you want to make them and sell them and you have a particular design you want to make and sell, then you should buy the commercial license. That's my 2 cents. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not your mother, but that's what we do. Now, I think you can see my printer. It's right there. I'm just gonna pull the drawer out. I'm gonna take the side that has the tissue. I cannot see any comments. I know somebody commented. The side with the tissue is gonna face down and into the printer, just like this. Close it. Now, also, wait, let's go back. Whatever software you choose to use for your images, you can, I don't know what you use. I use my Silhouette for everything. So I use my Silhouette software to design, it's not, I don't just use it to cut. I think you can probably use Canva. I'm not that versed in Canva. I've used it a couple times, but like I said, I always use my Silhouette software, so I'm not versed in anything else. I can't tell you how to use anything else other than the Silhouette because that's all I use. So I'm going to open my Silhouette software. And I have 2 designs on here. I have them more towards the middle. I could make them, I'll make this one a little bit bigger. And I'll make this one a little bit bigger because I want to make this one. I'm going to say file and print. And this software takes a little bit of time to get ready to print, so we'll just chit chat. Hi, Kathleen. Yes, Jennifer, I know that. I do have some. I believe this cat. I can sell. So, all right, so let's talk about something while that's getting ready. Let's talk about the difference between tissue paper and a napkin. I really can't tell you what the difference is because I've used both and both work equally as well. For example, this is tissue paper and that's a napkin. You can't tell which is which. There's no difference. There's no difference in the way that it looks on the clay. There's no difference at all. So you can use either. If you can't find napkins, you can use the tissue paper and do the same exact thing that I just showed you. So let's see. All right, this is ready. Okay, here's hoping because like I said, I've printed, I can't tell you how many times. Hi, Donna. Oh, Susan, please. It's hot. All right, here it comes. Because you know Murphy's Law, right? It would be that my printer would jam up after I printed so many times. Okay, here we go. And that's how it comes out. And what I will do is I will go around. So for example, the one that says poison with the little ghosts, because it's all white out here, I'll probably cut it in a circle and just bring it to the edge of my clay so I don't have to worry about any seam. The bow, I'm gonna cut as close to the black as I can get. Okay, I'm sure there's questions, so hold on. Let me know if there's any questions. Have you tried? Yes, I have tried rice paper, but rice paper, I haven't tried, I'm sorry, I've tried rice paper with other things. I have not tried rice paper with this, and I'll tell you why. It may work beautifully. It'll probably work really good for my images like the cat that has like a creamy color image, like a creamy color background. But for my things that I just want to have a white background, for example, the candy shop, the rice paper is a little bit creamy. It's not as white as the napkin or the tissue, but it does work great to decoupage. I can tell you that I've used it, but not for, I wouldn't use it for this. I would use it for the cat, but it is definitely thicker than the napkin. Hi, Teresa. It's definitely thicker than the napkin and the tissue paper, definitely. So I don't know how that's gonna lay. I guess we could try it. I'll try it and take one for the team. So, all right, so I'll try that and I'll let you know how that works. If it works, you'll see a lollipop with it. If it doesn't work, I'll tell you that too. Okay, so do we have any questions? And then I'm gonna go over something else, a few other things. So we're not making lollies today. If you want to learn how to make the lollies, you go over to Molly Fox Designs. That's Christy Martin's page. She did an entire video, and exactly how she taught it is exactly how I did it. I took what she showed us, and that's how I made them. Okay, hold on. Sorry guys, comments are not loading unless I swipe. So what you would do to get this off of here, I'm gonna cut the tape, and this is just the way I do it. Jennifer, on a white, like something with a white background, is that what you're talking about? Maybe my rice paper is a little more creamy than yours, because mine is pretty creamy looking. I'm just releasing the tape. Now, you see how the ink bled through to my paper? That's another thing we have to talk about. Hi, Tammy. No, not white, just on clay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Not printed, you mean? Or printed, I don't know. Okay, we'll discuss that later, because I think I'm getting confused. Okay, so that's it. Just cut it, and then you cut out your image. So what I've been doing, because these are printed on an inkjet printer, I don't know what would happen if you printed on a laser printer. Okay, so if you print on a laser printer, this might not apply to you, but I don't have a laser printer. I have an inkjet, so I can only tell you what I know. After my clay dries and I apply my printed design, this is not for a napkin, because a napkin will go on and it'll be fine. Like for example, my ghost, this is a napkin and the image is fine. I went over it with the Mod Podge and it was fine. Nothing bled, nothing ran. When you print it from the inkjet printer, you're gonna let your clay dry. You're gonna let your clay dry. You're gonna put your image on, just like Christy showed us. You're gonna put the Mod Podge. Hi, Lydia. Does it take long for the ink to dry? No, my ink is dry already. When it comes out of the machine, I would say a minute or two it's dry because it's thin, and that's why it's soaked through to my paper. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it on your, I'm trying to see if I have one half. They're already, okay. I'll show you one that I'm making that's already, it's ready to go, but it's not completely ready to go. I still have steps to do on it. But this one, okay, it's a witch's broom. I put the image on with the Mod Podge underneath. Before I do anything else, I let that completely dry. And then I take it outside and spray it with the sealer. You can use, I think Rust-Oleum makes a sealer, a clear sealer. You can use the Patricia Nimix, this one. You can use this sealer, some kind of sealer, because if you go to Mod Podge over this image, the ink is gonna run. Sometimes it's not terrible, sometimes it's bad. I guess it depends what colors you have. So from my experience, like I said, I am not an expert. I just try and try and try until I find a way that works for me. I'm telling you the way that works for me. It might not be the way that works for you. Like you may have done this and you didn't have to do any of the things I'm saying. I'm just telling you how it works for me. I went outside, spray it with the sealer. Now I'm ready to do my other steps on it. So it's gonna sit over here with the 150 other ones that I've done in the past 2 days. Okay, so we have that, okay? Now, okay, the other thing. Just like Christy said, when you go around your image, because I'm going to go so close to this one, I'm going to try to feather these, and she shows you what to do on her video. I'll feather the edges on that so they're not so sharp. Because it's going to be so close to the image, I don't want to see the lines. Sorry guys, I'm not seeing comments. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? Hi, Stephanie. Does anybody have any questions? Am I making sense to you? You're welcome. I hope I'm making sense to you. Quincy! So yeah, that's it. As long as you get your napkin or tissue, I haven't had to put the rice paper on top of something, it's thick enough, but the napkin or the tissue taped to your piece of paper, put in your printer however your printer feeds. My printer has a drawer, I pull it out, I feed it in. But some printers don't have that. Hold on. I feel bad because I'm sure that you guys are maybe saying something I'm not seeing. So yeah, that's how I do it. That's how I did it. You can use any image you want. Like my Silhouette Studio has images. Hello. My Silhouette Studio has images that you can Thank you, Tina, you're sweet. That I can download and use a certain amount of. Some of these images, this one, I can use a couple of to sell. But you guys know, I don't normally sell. I like to make stuff, teach. I make things for my family and friends. Pretty soon I'm going to be overrun with stuff, so I'm going to have to sell. Hi, Crystal. I don't know. I see that somebody's saying hi to you, but so that's it. Let me show you. Okay, I told you guys my last live. If you have any questions, just type them, and I'm just going to go back and forth in a minute. I told you guys in my last live when we were making the ghosts, these ghosts, that I was going to try a bigger one. This one is bigger. This is the baby we made. This one is bigger. Remember I said I was going to try and do bigger. It was an epic fail. I'm not afraid to show you because it was bad. And I saved it. I can't wait to throw it out now that I'm showing you. So, I actually took the ball out of it because I wasn't wasting a styrofoam ball. So what happens is when you try to make it this big, it's very heavy. And no matter what I did when I was trying to dry it, you know how I put the stick in and I was trying to dry it, it was pulling the clay. And you'll see where it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to use this, let me try to save it. I was just trying to patch it as it was stretching down. So it's too big to do this way. I would say if you're going to do it and you want it bigger, not just use a ball and a cone. And I would say that you would probably want to maybe stick a little bit of it to the cone, because I'm going to show you. It's ugly. I was trying to patch it as I was drying it. And then after I was drying it, I was like, okay, maybe if I get a bowl. I had a big bowl and I had it over the bowl. It's just too big to make it this way with just a ball so that it looks like it's floating. It's too big. So it needs something else underneath. I have not tried it again a different way, but I told you that I would try it for you. For me, it didn't work. I don't know if maybe somebody else had better luck. I think maybe if it was a little bit thicker, but this is pretty thick, maybe it wouldn't have stretched so much. But that was my result. Okay. What else? Does anybody have any questions on what I showed you? I know you do, Wendy Brown. I do have to. Could you hang it to dry? From the top of the head? I guess I could no, because it's still gonna pull. It's still gonna pull down. Hi, Christy Martin. There she is. The one who started it all. Yeah, gravity is a blessing and a curse. 100%. It keeps us on this floating rock, but everything else, no bueno. Okay? It keeps us on the floating rock. I can't think of another thing it's good for. Can you? I mean, let's see. Yeah, it's such a rabbit hole, but it's the best kind of rabbit hole. It is the best kind of rabbit hole. I'm going to bring over my Frankie because he's amazing. To me, he's amazing. And you guys know that I'm not like going, oh, look at this, look what I... No. He's chef's kiss. Hold on, let me get him. Look at him. Look at him. He's adorable, right? So on him, I just followed what Christy said with the glossy accents, and yeah, he's got a lot of sprinkles on here. Lots. But I love him. I love these bright colors. I'm so drawn to these bright colors. Even though I usually like pink and orange. The neons are just grabbing me. Hi, Tanya. Okay, Michelle, it'll be here, and then I'll also move it over to my YouTube just in case. But maybe I'll see if I can make a little reel of just the part where I printed. I'm not really, maybe anybody want to help me with that? So you can print it on your napkin. See, now it doesn't even look as good as it will look. Let me get something. Do I have a piece of paper? Because once you put it on the clay, it will, see how much brighter it gets? It gets much brighter. So that's what it will basically look like on your clay. Just remember, for me, I'm going to just reiterate it again. I am definitely not an expert. I just have fiddled around and figured it out. For me, it works best if I put it on my clay, let it dry, take it out and put a spray sealer over it. Because the ink, because it's an inkjet printer, it does not happen with the napkins. So far it has not happened to me. Christy, can you speak to that? Does the ink ever run on the napkin? Just use a spray sealer. You can't tell that it's on there. And then, yeah, me too, Tina. Me too. So cute, Tanya. Thank you. So that's how I do it. I hope you give it a try. Like I said, I'm not the first person to do it. I'm sure I won't be the last. This is just how I do it. I hope I gave you some tips. The tissue will work just as well like I showed you. The cat is on tissue. The ghost is on a napkin. Now, when the cat prints out, you see how behind the cat, it's beige. It prints out like that from the printer. So if I did it on the napkin, it would still have those colors. So this would be a good candidate for the rice paper because it's got the beigeish background. Let's see, is there anything else I want to tell you? I told you about the licensing. I just don't want anybody to be like, oh yeah, she said we could just grab images, blah, blah. I mean, you could go to Bing and look up images and look up clip art and just make sure it's free. You don't need a license to sell it. Most of them you can get for free or for very little if you're just going to use it for personal use. So that's it. I'm not a rule breaker. I'm not a rule breaker. So I'm not your mom. I can't tell you what to do. I can just tell you what I do. I hate that I can't see your guys' comments. Oh, that's cool, Tina. Now I can, because certain pens I've tried will run with the Mod Podge. Okay. Okay, Tina, I'm going to tune in. You're very welcome, Christy. Thank you, Michelle. I have some more. I'm going to post one a day. At least I'll have some content, right? I've literally been in here for 2 days making these. Because, let's be fair, my husband and my son are in Ocean City, Maryland at a car show. It's just me and my daughter, and she's studying for an exam, so what's a girl to do? Craft. But this is all I've been doing. Haven't been doing anything else. Not like I'm having 80 people here soon for her graduation party. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Thank you, Cynthia. Do you want a sneak peek of one that I can't finish? Christy, should I show them the lady? Maybe they can help me. I'm showing them the lady, Christy. I'm going to show you the lady. She's not done. She's the first one I did. Still not done. Because she's not in my wheelhouse. I don't know how to finish her. It's just, when you see it, you'll know. I'll show it to you. I still don't know how I'm finishing her. I still don't know. Some of you might hate it. Some of you might like it. I just thought it was different. Something about it spoke to me, so I had to do it. If Teresa Jones is here, I think she'll like it. But I don't know how to finish her. I just don't know. Like here, I don't know what, it's too much orange. And I didn't use the right orange. I should have used the darker orange. So, yeah. I like her, but she's not done. She's just sitting here. I'm working on all the other ones. She's upset. She's a little upset with me. Because I'm working on all the other ones and not her. So, yeah. That's that one. You love it, Stephanie? Do you? Maybe that's a good idea. Christy? Maybe that. Maybe that. You love her too, Brenda? She's so not in my wheelhouse. Like, I like this. But something about her, when I saw the image, I was like, I have to try that. Yeah, she's different, right? Maybe some bats, Wendy Brown. Maybe some bats. Let's get the cat. Little kitty cat. This one is so heavy. She's a cutie. I love her. So yeah, they're fun. Go watch. I have Christy. I don't know how many times I've watched Christy's live. A lot of times. Because there's so much information. I should have got a pen and paper, but I didn't. But go watch Christy's live. And if you cannot find a napkin that you like, make one of your own. Just search. You can go on Google Images and search. You love the cat, Wendy Brown? You want to know something? I don't like cats. But that cat is very cute. But I'm not a cat person. I'm so allergic. I'm so allergic. Yeah. Any other questions? Anybody want to ask me anything? Hi, Julie. Hi, Kim. Thank you, Tina Smith. I also printed these out. These were from my, just the Silhouette store has like a print and cut, and I printed these out, and I was trying to use them on the bottom of my ghost, but that was a fail. It was a fail because the ink ran. That's how I knew I had to seal it. Let me see if you can see. All right, see this lollipop here? See like the stuff right here? The ink ran when I covered it. So that's how I figured out that I had to seal it before Who, me? I'm here now. I can stay on for 20 more minutes. What do you want to know? I just don't want to get caught up in anybody else's live. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to try to finish this one. Maybe I'll try to find some spider web. How about creepy cloth? I have creepy cloth. You know that black creepy cloth? Yes, Molly Fox Designs. Yes. That's okay, Kim. It'll be here. Creepy cloth might be good on this. So yeah, that's it. These are my lollies. I'm obsessed. I can't stop. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 over there waiting. I'll work on one of them tonight. Can somebody please tell the Facebook that this is unacceptable? That the comments, unless I go back and forth. One is a napkin. So I used, this is tissue paper, and this is a napkin. You can use either or. If you don't have, and I showed how to pull the ply apart from the napkin. It's the same way you pull the ply apart. If you're going to use the napkin for a design, you're just pulling away the white part. It has to be a white napkin, obviously. You're just pulling away the white part to use. And then this is how it came out. I showed you how to put it on the paper. Everybody's printer is different. You might have a printer that feeds a different way. So all according to your printer is how you load it in. You load it in just like you're loading in a piece of paper. That's a good idea, Stephanie. Elmer's glue. I used Stiffy once. Wasn't a big fan, but Elmer's glue I've never tried. I don't need another craft. Please. La. I can't do another craft. You see what happens? I get obsessed. This seems like it might be an issue. I get obsessed. But there's so many things you can do with them. So many. I know you mentioned another who showed. Okay, so it's Molly Fox Designs. Somebody just put it in the in my comments. So Christy from Molly Fox Designs is the one who showed us how to make the lollipop. I just showed you that, for example, if you can't find a napkin that you like, then you can print an image onto a napkin or tissue paper, whatever you choose to use. You can use either. Hi, Jane Ann. So I hope that I gave you a little bit of information. Maybe you knew it already. I don't do it the same way that you do it. I just came on. A few people had asked me. I figured, because I'm coming on and saying, oh, look at my decoupage lollipops with napkins. Yeah, they're napkins, but I printed on them. So then I think people were probably running to the store trying to find the cat napkin. You're not going to find the cat napkin. So I said, let me come on and explain how I did it. So this way, if you can't find a napkin that you like, and believe me when I tell you there's hundreds of napkins, beautiful napkins. Kim, right? I'm telling you, there's so many beautiful napkins. So many. Wait a minute. Sorry, guys. So, I hope that you try it. If you try it, and you thought I gave you some helpful tips, make sure you share it with me. Let me know about it. And that's it. Make sure you follow Molly Fox Designs. She has the video on her page of how to do it step by step. Oh, yes, show me. Yes. Oh, it's real quick. Yeah, real quick, Christy. Real quick. Between that and the rhinestones, I'm buying images like I'm right. No, I'm just kidding. I have a subscription, so it's not bad. And that's it. That's all she wrote. I'm going to be here watching the rest of the lives today for Jan's birthday. And that's it. Really. I hope you all are having a good weekend. I don't like it that I have to keep doing this. Is anybody else having that problem today? Or am I the only one who's having to scroll? Julie, wasn't it great? I know. Exactly, Kim. Exactly. Exactly. There's so many options. Like so many. So many. That's it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try some creepy cloth on this lady. Once she's done, she'll be for sale. So I'm just saying. That's it. If you have any questions about this printing thing, message me. You know where to find me. If you have not watched Christy's video yet, go to her page. On every single post I've made with my lollies, her shop is there. Her page is there. You can just click the link. I tagged it. You can just click the link. If for some reason you can't find her, reach out to me. I will put the link for you in Messenger. Maybe that will help. But she literally taught us step by step. There's nothing on these lollies that I didn't use something she taught me from her live. So the only difference is I printed on a napkin instead of using a napkin out of a package, just because, I don't know, because I found these cute ones and I wanted to use them. Hi, Jill. I think you've been here, Jill. I don't know. Thank you, Cheryl. Wasn't it great? Listen, Kim, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Amazon. I ordered a lot of things from Amazon today. Okay. I guess nobody has any more questions. I'll wait another minute because I keep scrolling. Because I don't know. Did anybody answer me? Is anybody else having this problem today? Yes. Yes, I do. Do I let it dry all the way, like 24 hours? No. Like overnight. If I do it at night before I go to bed, then sometime, I don't know. If I do it at 8 o'clock at night, by 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, I would do it. I can do it. Yeah, I don't have any problem. I don't know how long Christy lets hers dry, but go by her, not by me. She's the one that's been doing this. I can't wait, Christy. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, it stops. now they were scrolling and now they just stopped. Thank you, Mary. Mary is the last comment I saw. My comments are not. So it's only no, actually, wait a minute. My comments were not scrolling while I was watching a live either today. I had to keep going out and coming back in to see the comments. And then after a while, I just listen and I figure if something's important, the person who's doing the live will say it out loud. And then I'll know what's going on. Because a lot of times I listen on my AirPod and I'm walking around and doing things. And then if somebody says something like, okay, I'm going to do this now, I'll run over and look at my phone. Because let's face it, I can't like this all day. I would like to like this all day, but I have to do some things. And especially like I'm sitting here stoning. When I was stoning Frankie, I don't even remember who was. I was on every live yesterday, but I wasn't commenting. I was just listening. Christy Martin is watching. Lovely. All right, I'm going to go now. I had the same issue. It's driving me crazy. And Mary, I have rebooted my phone. Make sure I'm up to date with the app and make sure I'm up to date with my phone. I can't see all the comments either without going in and out. It's so frustrating. Like, it's not that hard. Just make it work. Anyway, and it works for some and not others. I wonder what that is. Anyway, guys, I hope that you got a little bit of knowledge from me today. I am going to go watch Tina Smith, Woods and Treasures. She's a part of Jan C's Design's birthday. She's coming on at 6, so you have about 7 minutes to go get a drink, go use the little girl's room, and get ready to watch her. I'm going to go watch her and work on something here, okay? Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the love. Thank you, Christy, for teaching us this amazing craft. And now I'm addicted and I'll need a 12-step, but it's okay. I love you all. Have a great rest of your weekend and I will see you soon. Bye.